What up, people? It's me. I'm coming to you with a little bit of a different video today. Don't mind the bonnet. I am deep conditioning my hair under here. There's a plastic bag and some conditioner, so pay no attention to that. Um, like I said, this is going to be a different kind of video. For the last couple days, I have been trying to put into words my feelings. So I'm going to do my best to get it all together for this video. And it might be a little bit long, but just bear with me. On Wednesday, October 12th, 2011, my mother passed away. She had been battling cancer for, I want to say, 4 years now. It's really horrible that I don't know that, but it's just been such a long battle, a long struggle. And I can say now that I am happy that she's not in pain anymore, and she has passed over to another, I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to say another dimension. She's just in another space right now. And I say that because I know it. And I know what I'm going to say is going to sound crazy. I've been trying to convince people since Thursday that I'm not crazy. But I promise you I'm not crazy. Wednesday, I found out that she passed away. And I left work and I came home and I was sad and I cried and I cried and I cried and I went to sleep. I woke up, I cried some more. And then I was hungry. So I left and I went to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store because I was craving some Haagen-Dazs mango sorbet. They didn't have any. I was mad. I was mad, but I was like, whatever. I'll just get the raspberry. Keep it moving. So I got the sorbet and I'm walking to the produce section I forgot what I was getting out of there, like some grapes or something. And I walked past this lady, this black lady with gray hair. She had 2 French braids and she had on glasses and she just smiled. She just smiled at me. And I looked at the lady and the lady looked like my mother. Like people don't really get it because where I live, there's not a lot of black people. I mean, I see black people in the store, but not a lot. Like maybe I can count on one hand how many black people I see in the store. So to see a black person in the store that looks like my mother freaked me out. So, okay, I'm thinking I'm tripping. My mom just died. I'm tripping. So I get in line at the self-checkout like, whatever. I'm not even tripping. The lady gets behind me in the self-checkout. Like this is like 5 minutes later. Like the line was kind of slow and kind of long. 5 minutes later, the lady gets behind me. Still not tripping. Still not tripping. I'm like, la 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 la. Let me just check out my stuff and keep it moving. So I get outside. The lady gets in her car. She's driving the same kind of car that my mother drives. So I'm literally driving home from the store and the radio is on. I can hear the voices on the radio, but I can't hear I can't mentally absorb what they're saying. Like it's just like the Charlie Brown teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Like I literally cannot absorb what they're saying. Like I feel like I'm in a totally different space in the car. I don't know how I'm driving the car. I'm just like on autopilot. Like I'm driving to my house. This sound is on, but I'm in a different space. And it's like, I really have been trying to figure out the words to describe this. But all I can say is I felt like I was, I don't know the words. I want to say it's like I could hear and I could feel God's presence. And I have never felt that before. Like, I was not me. I was in tune with what God wanted to say to me, but there were no words, if that makes sense. So the only thing I had was feelings. I could feel peace, and I could feel okay. Like, I felt like that was my mom telling me that she was okay. So that was the first thing. I'm really not tripping. I go to work the next day because I need to do something before I go to Atlanta. So I do what I need to do at work. I come out of my job, and we have these geese that are like fly around our building and shit everywhere. And they're all like gray with the little black bills or whatever. They're around, and I don't see any of them. I just see one white one sitting in the middle of the trees, just sitting there, not moving, just sitting there. So I just looked, and I stopped, and I just said, "Hey, Mom," and I walked away. So that was number 2. Number 3, I get to my mom's house after driving 12 hours. It usually only takes me 10 and a half, but this time it took me 12. 12 hours driving to my mom's house. I get there to make reservations for my flight. I click on the date on AirTran, and it won't let me book my flight. It keeps taking me to August 2009 and saying, this date has already passed. You cannot book this. And I'm sitting here like, what is going on? What the hell? So I get online and I ask my friends to see if they can book a flight for this date or from this location to this location. And they're all like, yeah, it's fine. What's the problem? I don't know what your problem is. So I do a screenshot, and I'm like, this is what I see when I try to book it. And they're like, well, that's not what we see. So I was just like, you know what? She's playing with me. So let me just let it go. I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, still couldn't book it. I was like, apparently she wants me to fly on Delta because Delta's working just fine. So I just booked my flight on Delta and kept it moving. Last thing that happened. Saturday, I take my kids to the mall to buy dresses for my mom's funeral. Brittany picks out a dress. Well, I pick out a dress for Brittany, and then she tries it on and she likes it. So we go to pay for it. Everything's fine. I give Lady my card, whatever, sign it, move it along. When she hands me the dress, I look at her name tag, and her name tag says Juanita. It's my mom's name. I didn't even say anything to my kids because I had already explained the other stuff to them. I didn't even say anything to them. I just walked out of the store. I was just like, okay, I get it. And here's the thing that I guess I'm trying to say, because I went back to work today, and people were asking me why I was at work, and am I okay, and all that stuff, and that's all good and nice or whatever. But I was trying to explain to them that I'm fine. Like, I really feel okay about it, and they were kind of making me feel like I shouldn't feel okay, but I do. Like, I can't explain it. I can't put it into words how God has given me peace on this, and I feel a totally different way about death and dying. I kind of feel like we are in our bodies for a specific time for God to do a certain amount of work. And then when we leave out of this physical shell, we are still here to do something else after that. And I don't know what that after is, but I know it's not a heaven or a hell. I just don't feel that. I've grown up in the church and Christianity and all that, and I've never in my life felt more like organized religion is so not what I'm supposed to be doing, or I'm not even going to say what anybody else should be doing, because you do what makes you feel good. I just know for me, there are times when am I can feel God. I can completely feel God. And I have always heard people say that, and I'm like, why can't, what's wrong with me? Why can't I, why am I so disconnected? And I just totally feel connected. And I feel like when I need to hear God, I can. And when I don't hear God, I know it's because I'm doing something that I probably shouldn't be doing because the message is clouded. So I guess that's my whole thing. I just feel this totally different outlook on life, and I feel like I know what my purpose is now. Um, so you all will see it in the coming days, weeks, months, years ahead, and I'm really excited about it. I don't want to talk a lot about it right now, but I'm really excited. So that was my rambling video, my revelation, my epiphany, my my introduction to God for real. So I just need to thank my mom for that. So thank you, Mom. I love you.